Hello, grade 8. Inshallah, today we are going to talk about volume of the sphere. And in this lesson, we will learn what's the meaning of volume of sphere and how we can calculate the volume of the sphere. And we have from where we have a formula 4/3 by r power of 3. We will start together first to watch this video, and then I'm going to pause, and then we will discuss together how we can calculate the volume of the sphere. So let's watch together, please.
The previous one. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems. This first one over here is not going to be a problem. It's going to be like a study to figure out why this formula works. Why does this exist? And how is it related to what we've been doing? So I'm going to go ahead and do a little illustration in here.
So please, we will concentrate with this experiment, okay? And we will recognize why we found that the formula to calculate the volume of a sphere equal 4/3 by r power of 6.
We're going to find out how this sphere, which has the same height and the same radius / diameter.
So the condition to make this experiment that we have a sphere which has the same height and the same radius with the cylinder.
This is cylinder. We're going to find out how these are related, just like we did with the cone in the previous one. So what I'll do is we'll fill up the hole in top. We're going to fill this.
So once we will fill up this cylinder, this sphere with water, which means we are going to calculate the volume of the sphere. Because as you know, the volume of the sphere, the volume for any figure, it is the amount of space which the body can take it. So we will fill up this sphere now with water, and we are going to put it in the cylinder. And take care, we want to know how many times we can fill the sphere to fill the cylinder.
This up with water. Got it. So this is going to hold water. We're going to pour it into this one. All right. And we can see that it's about 2/3 of the way full. Now let's prove this.
Do you expect now that I can fill another sphere and then I put it in the cylinder? Did you see the water? It's about 3/4 of the cylinder. So we can't fill another sphere. But what we have to use now, concentrate.
2/3 of the way full. That's the very last lesson. That a cone, it took 3 of these to fill this up. So this is just about the same thing as 2
the cone should be the same base and the same height.
Fills it up right to the top. So here we go. Perfect. Perfectly full.
Did you notice now? We fill the cylinder by 1 sphere and 1 cone. But don't forget that we have a condition. This condition, we have the same height and we have the same base or the radius of the base. Okay, let's continue.
Right to the brim. So 1 cone and 1 sphere.
So we fill the cylinder with 1 cone and 1 sphere. We fill the cylinder with 1 cone and 1 sphere. So we will back now to write in this one. If I want to write the formula now for the cylinder, do you remember we said the volume of the cylinder was by r squared times height, right? But we fill the cylinder by cone, right? And we said the cone was only 1 third, sorry, only 1/3, so you have to write here, this is third. And when we will continue to fill the cone, sorry, to fill the cylinder by how many spheres, so we can note that for another one, we have 2 spheres. So we will write here 2 by r square times height. Okay, then the volume of cone and donated for the volume of the cylinder related to the sphere, it will be 2 by r squared times height over 3. Now, we can note that the height of the sphere represents, the height of the sphere represents 2r. So I will take this one and I will, so we said that the volume of a sphere takes 2/3 the volume of the cylinder. So I will remove now the height and put instead of it 2r. So it will be 2 by r to the power of 2. As I said, I'm going to remove r and put instead of it 2r over 3. Now we have 2 times 2, it will be equal 4 by, and then we have r squared times r, it will be r to the power of 3 over 3. So this is how we can find or how we can calculate the volume of the sphere. So the volume of a sphere equal 4 over 3 r to the power of 3 over 3. This is, as I said from the beginning, from where we have 4 over 3, this formula to calculate the volume of the sphere. So the volume of the sphere equal 2/3 the volume of cylinder, which they have the same height and the same base. Then once we said that the sphere equal 2/3, we substitute the value of h by 2r because the height of the sphere equal 2r. Then we multiply 2 times 2 equals 4, and then by r to the power of 2 times r equal r to the power of 3 divided by 3. Let's answer this question. Once we have here this one first, so we have 2.1, this is the radius. So we will substitute only. It will be 4 over 3 times by, which is 3.1400 times r, which is 2.1 all to the power of 3, and then we can find the answer. For the next question, once we have the diameter, if we have the diameter, so we have to calculate directly the radius. So we have to calculate the radius. So the radius is 7 over 2. It will be equal 3.5. Then we have now the radius. I will take it and I will back to the formula. It will be 4 over 3 times 3.1400 times 3.5 all to the power of 6. So this was the first part in our lesson, how we can calculate the volume of the sphere.